Fantastic. All right, Jeff, you teed it up earlier. Why don't you take a swing at it? Who is our interview segment with today?
You know what? I'm getting ready to hit a real long drive right down the middle here. Ryan, today our guest is Sirius Chan, CEO and founder of Sich Casket Company. Now, let me tell you why I personally believe that this is a disruptive um, element into our industry. The way that they deliver, no contracts, no buying containers, and the price, this guy's getting it done. And I have to give a little kudos to him because Sirius came on with us when we've been trying to get some of the bigs to come talk to us, Mr. Big. Y'all will be listening now. I guarantee you they'll be watching this out there in the cornfield and up in, well, anyway, the other places. Let's roll this interview, bro.
Sirius, welcome to the Funeral Nation TV show. We're person to person, face to face here.
Thank you.
How about share with us a little bit about your background and how you got here?
Okay. I was born in China and then immigrated to Hong Kong with my family at the age of 6. I always wanted to study abroad to see the world, learn English, and experience the culture, different cultures. So I went to Toronto, Canada at the age of 16, and where I finished my high school and graduated from college in aerospace engineering.
Wow.
And then I met my wife, my beautiful wife, Abby, in China, and then now I'm the father of 2 boys.
Excellent. That's fantastic. Well, how did you get started in the casket manufacturing business?
When I first moved back to China at 2003, I was supposed to help out my father's business in the furniture. And I realized the furniture industry is very competitive, especially for a small company like ours. So I would start looking for something else to do. And surprisingly, I find that nobody else is making casket in China and ship to the United States. So, and it makes perfect sense for us to transfer to making high quality hardwood casket.
Excellent. Well, manufacturing and distribution in the United States is really at a big capacity now, and U.S. burials are on the decline. So how do you define the difference between Sich and currently what's in the marketplace?
Currently, the U.S. funeral homes has 2 choices. One is with the American brands, and one is with the import casket. The American brands, they're very high quality, but they are very expensive. And a lot of time they have complicated contracts and rebate programs attached.
Right.
And with the import casket, the ones from Mexico and China, they're very affordable. But once again, the quality, it has been seen as an issue.
Right.
So Sich brings to the funeral home a very high quality product comparable to the top tier 1 brand of American products,
Right.
and at a pricing of import casket. And then most of the time, our customers will say, with Sich casket, the funeral home can offer a good quality product to the families and charge them a lot less. And at the same time, they can still make a better profit than any other brands.
Interesting. Well, I'm not a real smart guy. I'm extraordinarily good looking, and that makes sense to me. So you buy it for less, charge the consumers for less, and actually end up making more money. That sounds like a
Brilliant.
good thing. Ryan, what do you
I think it's fantastic. Well, Sirius, tell us some of the areas of the country that you've penetrated and the success you're having there, and what are funeral directors saying about the product?
When we first started, we started in Utah and Tennessee, and then Illinois and Arizona. And I believe because our distributors and us, we share the same philosophy of providing good quality products, good services, and good pricing. And I think the biggest success to us is the uncompromised service provided by our distributors. Without the experience and reputation, it will make much harder for us to penetrate the market.
understand? And some things that you've changed is you're actually not having to buy a container load they're being delivered, just like any other casket.
Yes.
As most people know, I've worked for one of the bigs in the casket industry, and I always encountered problems with having lengthy contracts, negotiated discounts and rebates, as well as inventory and delivery and all those sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen the quality of your caskets. They're really good. I'm here in the warehouse today. And the improvement that I see is significant. So share with me where you're going to make a big difference you see in what we've been doing with import versus what you're providing. For instance, you mentioned earlier no rebates or discounts.
Yes.
It's already there.
Yes. Our distributors, they provide a daily service,
Right.
and sometimes it's with more flexibility than the big companies.
Right.
And also, we don't have contracts, complicated rebate programs. And I think with the biggest discount that a big company can offer you, it's still not as good as our regular prices.
I can tell you that's the truth because I've seen your price list and I have an idea as an owner what that looks like.
Well, Sirius, you've launched into the marketplace kind of in a beta mode for the last few months, and then July really fully rolled out. But your advertising has been fantastic. Specifically, one of the ads I loved the most was comparing the smartphone to the caskets, and just brilliant marketing. What are your plans for further penetration in the U.S. market, and what do you have upcoming this year?
Actually, we are we're working to make Sich brand well known across North America, and we will keep doing the next one will be NFDA convention, and then social media, Funeral Nation, continuous advertising, and at the same time we'll be adding new casket distributors across nation.
Well, apparently this guy's really smart because he effing gets it, right? Hey, look, in closing, you're one of our Funeral Nation sponsors, and we're excited to do that. And we're going to do some cool stuff together in the future. What's the one thing that you want funeral directors to know about Sich County?
When they compare our products to the American brands, when you compare the quality and workmanship, there's no difference. The only difference is the price. That's why we always say, only your accountant can tell the difference.
I think that's a brilliant tagline. So the quality's there, but the only difference is the price. And interesting, our consumer market is driving that with cremation, and they're driving away. So maybe this is a way with this new casket brand to drive back some business into the funeral, to the burial side. So Sich, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And you know what? It worked out.
you,
We were in
Ryan.
the same town over here. We can't disclose where we are. It's secret. But it worked out that we could be together in
It's
person.
fantastic, man. Thanks, Sirius, for being on. Glad we got this together, and thanks for
Thank you, Ryan.
sponsoring the Funeral Nation show.
Take care.
Take care.
Fantastic interview, Jeff. This guy's got it going on. Just completely no regard for the way that it has traditionally been done, which, as you know, I love being disruptive. So I'm pretty psyched about what they're doing, and just the advertising campaign has been brilliant as well through traditional and now into social. It's unbelievable. So the interview segment was brought to us by Sich Caskets. We're really excited to have this effing brand on to talk about the effing change that they are bringing to the casket market. So let's roll that promo.
Funeral Nation is sponsored by Sich Casket, importers of premium hardwood and fine metal caskets created exclusively for the North American marketplace. Is it a Sich casket or one of the top U.S. brands? Only your accountant can tell the difference. Visit Sich Casket or contact your Sich distributor.